Ciao Juventini of the world, welcome back on the channel. Immense pleasure to have my friend Mo El Tactico next to me. Why? Because this time it can be a decisive game, not decisive for the 3 points, decisive for much more than the 3 points, for the ninth Scudetto in a row. Why? Because our dear friend Antonio Conte did a draw at home versus Fiorentina 0-0. The game is just over. I think 2-3 hours now while we are recording. So tomorrow a win and we are champion of Italy. Before letting you speak, Mo, remember 5th of May 2002. That day, for a lot of Juventini, one of the most beautiful Scudetto ever. Why? Because we had Del Piero Trezeguet 2-0 and Inter was losing versus Lazio 4-2, where we were, I think, 26th time for the 26th time champion of Italy that day. The Cinque Maggio 2002, one of the most beautiful one. Who was in the team there? Antonio Conte. And today he gave us a really beautiful assist drawing, so we have to win tomorrow. To speak about that and to debrief it, we will try to be a bit quicker than the last time where we took really a long time because we have to win. I present you guys my friend Mo El Tactico and follow him here on Twitter at Chahali. Ciao Mo, how are you?
Ciao Giuseppe, ciao everyone. I'm ready for the beautiful game tomorrow. I can't wait for it.
Did you analyze the lot?
Yeah, of course. Because, I think this is a huge motivation for the team. They have to win tomorrow. Even though we still have many games, tomorrow is the game. We need to win.
Let's go through the first slide that you worked on. I really like those ones. Why is it a decisive for Juve? We already said it. Why is it a decisive for Udinese also?
Yeah, so you see all teams almost played their 35th game except for Udinese in that bottom of the table, and you see they're only 4 points away from Lecce, and they're going to play against Lecce soon. So it's very, very critical for them to win as many games and get as many points as possible.
They are really alternating wins, draws, lost.
Yeah. So especially the last 3 games, loss, draw, loss. They're not in a great shape, and they have some injuries too. So it's tough, but they're gonna be very motivated for the last push. So it's not gonna be an easy game.
What are the expected lineups? Even if we have to be honest, expected lineup with Maurizio Sarri is always a surprise. I believe Sky didn't found one correctly. We were able to find some, but it's really difficult with Sarri. But let's see what they are saying about the lineups.
So lineups, we have Bonucci unavailable, so right away we know Rugani will play there. Why not Demiral? Demiral is not ready. He didn't play 1 single minute, so let's not risk it. Chiellini is not there too. Even if he's there, he's not ready. He could get injured after 20 minutes. So
yeah,
Rugani, that's for sure. I saw somewhere something weird that Danilo could play in the center, but I don't believe that. I think Rugani is going to be the one there. Now, midfield, you have, again, Sky every week, every game they say it's Pjanic, Rabiot, Bentancur. Di Marzio is saying, no, it's going to be Pjanic in the middle, Matuidi on the left, Rabiot on the right. So let's see who's right. Okay. But it's basically to give Bentancur 1 game to rest because his form has been dipping a lot.
Yeah. Let's see about the lines up because and I will go on that kind of screen so that you guys at home you can see how beautiful we are with Mo today with big smiles because we want to win. It's a decisive one, but maybe the initial idea of Sarri was to rest Bentancur because we had a few games to play. Now with knowing that it is a decisive game, maybe that the lineup can change. I'm sure some changes will be done according to the fact that winning this will be a winning game.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Udinese, Mo?
Udinese, they play their typical 3-5-2. At the back, they have some changes there. Um, but I'm sure it's going to be different because usually Samir is not the starter.
Yeah.
It's Di Maio that's usually in the middle. Now, their biggest problem is midfield. They have Mandragora injured, Jajalo injured, Wallace injured. So they don't have a lot of options. So what happened here is DePaul, instead of being the right Mezzala, he's going as Regista. Fofana and Sema are usually there. But on the right, you have Larson, who's usually a right midfielder or right winger, is playing as Mezzala. And then you have Ter Avest, who played only, I think, 14 games, not many. He's playing in that position. And up front, you have Okaka and Lasagna.
Do you think that due to the fact that they have so many injured and players that are there, they are in the same situation as we spoke with the game about Lazio, or Lazio was even worse?
Lazio was even worse. Lazio, they had to use their third and fourth players. Here, what we're gonna see is they still have their key player, which is DePaul. They still have Okaka, Fofana, so they still have good players there.
Okay. So we still have to
They're
pay
gonna-
attention to them.
we still have to pay attention to them.
Strength, weakness, opportunity, Mo. I love that
Yes,
section because I'm learning always a lot. And when after listening to you and when I watch the game, I see the game totally different. Like I'm the coach and I say, yeah, shit, yeah, it's true. Mo told me that. So are they strong? Because that's a big question that I'm asking myself. Because, I had the honor to be in the stadium when we played versus Udinese when we won 3-1. It was the most beautiful game of Juve so far, I believe. It was really a beautiful performance with Bentancur as the regista, amazing. It was also the game where we saw the only time De Ligt and Demiral for a few minutes together. Maybe Sarri will do it again. Let's see. I'm really curious. So maybe it's the same game. So we will see that. But was it because Udinese was really bad, or was it because Juventus was really strong? So take me through the strengths of Udinese.
let's do it. So Udinese, they like to fall back, play in their midfield, defend. So their 3-5-2 becomes 5-3-1-1, and you
Okay.
can see it here with Nestorovsky, and then up there you have Lasagna. Uh, in the middle, you see that DePaul, Wallace, and Fofana, whenever they don't have the ball, they try to pressure. That was against Napoli.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy against Napoli. Napoli almost like drew or even lost that game. So you can see, I think he took the ball and he saw that there is an empty space. He knows Fofana will run there, and he provided a long pass. At the same time, just watch where the ball is at the moment here.
Yeah.
This is very crucial. So
Okay.
if we go to the next, we see Fofana. He ran a lot. He went into the other side of the midfield
So
there,
it
and
comes from in the back already running, and we see this position that is already in full speed. Huh? Nighting is giving the ball, and Fofana is running that fast that is really actually the most forward player of Udinese with Lasagna.
exactly. But instead of passing to Lasagna, because Lasagna is already surrounded by three defenders, he sees Nestorovsky free at the back, so
Yeah.
he passes to Nestorovsky. That makes the Napoli defenders trying to go on Nestorovsky, and Nestorovsky passes it to Lasagna. So that creates a lot of space. And then right away, Lasagna knows that the ball always comes from the back. He's running. We saw where he was at the beginning. Look where he is now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he takes the ball, he shoots, he didn't score. It was very close. It went on the post. So, but this is very crucial. They're gonna rely a lot on that. They have very fast players. They're gonna defend, pressure, steal the ball, and then boom, passes,
So
quick passes, and try to score.
we know that it's a Scudetto game. That means that Juventus wants to win. If I understand well, if I see what I'm seeing here, if I know that I saw the home game at Torino, we have to pay attention because if we go too much exposed, they are really quick with players like Fofana and DePaul to make sure that they are really counter-attacking. So, and we know that they are in relegation zone, so they will not do crazy because there are 4 games to play for them. They know that at Juve, the miracle would be to draw and not to win. So I don't expect, like you said to me offline, they will not do the game and do it being really offensive. So that's why we have to be really prudent of letting them some counters. The question I had, because I saw the lineup and I wanted to ask you, Sassuolo, Lazio, Atalanta, teams that are playing with 3-5-2. We have now another team with 3-5-2. Can they really create the same danger? Because we know that Atalanta and Sassuolo, it didn't went as expected. So, what's your take on that one?
They have a different style because they tend to sit at the back, defend, and then push. Whereas Atalanta, Lazio, and these guys, what they're trying to do is they push the whole midfield and the strikers, all of them to attack and try to build up.
Is it more a 5-3-1-1 than actually a 3-5-2? If I like you said.
Yes. So usually, most of the time, that's how they're gonna play. But in some cases, they're still gonna go forward. Juventus will go back, so they still have some other options, not only playing on counters. So here you see Ziegler. He has an option. He has the ball, either pass it to Fofana or Nestorovsky,
Yeah.
and everyone at the in the middle. They're trying to push a little bit up, but not too much. So he Ziegler ended up passing it to Nestorovsky, who holds the ball, and then he passes it again to Ziegler. And now everyone is going slowly forward. And Ziegler, he knows that Lasagna is surrounded by players. He's still far from goal, so he's not gonna do a high cross. He's gonna do it on the ground. But the surprise is it to him, the pass? It turns out not. There is a player there who's running. We don't see him in that picture, but we're gonna see him in the next one. It's DePaul, and he's by himself there. He shoots and scores. So that's really, really dangerous. DePaul always runs. He finds some spaces and he scores. And they tend to pass a lot to him.
So penetrations of the midfield can be dangerous.
Absolutely.
Okay. What are their weakness?
Weakness, defense. Even though they play 5-3-1-1, we can clearly see it here. I picked the Juve game because I always like to see our players how they broke that system. So you have their 5 defenders, their 3 midfield. There you see the lines; they're straight, and you have Okaka just a little bit to the front, and Lasagna is waiting there in case they steal the ball.
Yeah.
So how do you break those 2 walls? Higuain was really smart. We had the trio here: Higuain, Dybala, and Ronaldo. Higuain, he saw that there is some space between De Mayo and Trustekong, and Ronaldo knew exactly that. So Ronaldo was running. Higuain, he saw the space there that you can see. It's not very big, but the defenders are very static. They're not fast. They're really good at defending headers, but when you play through balls, you can break the line easily. And here Ronaldo scored the second goal. So that's the key.
So, that,
Passes through balls between the defenders, and you can break their system.
so that's beautiful. I like, but Um, you know, Higuain will not play probably tomorrow, or maybe a surprise of Sarri because we never know. We know that Bernardeschi with 0 assists, 0 goal is not the man that will provide those kinds of penetration. So if we go back and see the lineup that Sky are offering us, who will be the man that is able to break the two walls? Because it's not one but two walls.
So here we can go back to what you said and why Bentancur could start, because he's the best who can provide these kind of passes. Him and Pjanic. If Pjanic is on form and goes forward, he can definitely do that. Now that's a big if for Pjanic. I could see Quadrado or Douglas Costa in the second half providing these key passes. And even Dybala, if he goes a little bit to the back and sees Cristiano Ronaldo going between the players, he's really good at that.
Okay. Rabiot, we expect another big game or not?
So I think we discussed it offline, and you brought up a good point that Rabiot likes space. And here, as we saw, Udinese will go and block the defense. So it's going to be really, really hard for him to express himself.
Mm.
But we'll see.
I believe in a good game, but I don't expect, and that was what I was saying to you. I don't expect a 7 or a 7.5 from Rabiot tomorrow. I don't know. Are they easy to penetrate with a shot from distances, Udinese, or not? Because of the two walls.
Uh, it's going to be hard to shoot from distance because you have to be in between those two walls and find the exact space between them, but it's not possible for sure.
So
If you find
if
like
I understand it well,
well,
Mo,
yeah,
if I understand it well, tomorrow we have a Scudetto winning game. And if we want to win against Udinese, we have to do the same as we did in the first game we played versus them in Serie A. So breaking the lies by collective plays,
yeah,
by team playing with penetrations and balls that go through those both things. Things that after the lockdown we never saw because we always won thanks to individualities, except of
yes,
one time with Bernardeschi and Dybala. That's the only goal I saw really that was a team play. So you are telling me that if we want to win tomorrow versus a weak Udinese, but the Udinese that will play in defense, we will have to show what we were not able to show after the lockdown. Is that correct?
that's true. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see the trio again: Ronaldo, Higuain, Dybala.
Can be because he already tried him for the last game versus Lazio. He was not able at the last minute, so it can be. Why not? Why not? So you told me already about the men to watch. I believe without suspense, and we will not go too much into detail.
Yeah,
But the Paul,
DePaul for sure. He's very consistent. He's the brain. He's like the Luis Alberto of Udinese.
okay. So
So typical Argentinian that a good box to box mentality.
the moment that the people are waiting for your prediction, Mo.
3-0
For who?
for Juve.
Then you have to say 0-3, and we play at Udinese. So
Yes.
I was about to have a heart attack.
No way. Well, it's true that Rugani is playing, but I don't think they're gonna score a goal.
Some the key man of Juve, best man of the for tomorrow,
I think Dybala.
Dybala.
Dybala. Yeah.
I will do a prediction
Who 2-0.
or 0-2.
Zero.
Tomorrow we win with a goal of Ronaldo and a goal of Dybala. We will do the same as in 2002 with Trezeguet and Del Piero. 2-0. We do the cup. It will be fun. Guys, Uh, I call that one 90 to glory together with Mo, because we have 90 minutes to glory. Glory with a 9 because tomorrow we can make history 9 in a row. Something incredible, something really special. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks you for watching the channel. If you made it after 20 minutes to still be there tomorrow, it the possibility is there that on the channel we will do something really special, and normally my friend Mo will be also one of the guests, because we'll have multiple guests to celebrate the Scudetto, possibly. So I don't want to jinx it, but tomorrow we should win, and win the Scudetto. Mo, thank you for being here, thank you for preparing everything. As always,
Thank you.
Forza Juve. Ciao.
Ciao.